Assalamu alaikum. Advanced grace and courtesy exercises. Silence game. One day, a young mother brought her small baby to the school and asked Dr. Montessori to hold him. She took the baby to her classroom. The baby was tied up in the cloth as it used to be done in those days. Looking at the baby, Dr. Maria Montessori said, "Let me see if you can keep your legs as still as the baby." All the children in the class immediately responded to her by keeping their legs as still as possible. Dr. Montessori said that she would like to see if they could keep their hands on their lips, keeping completely still. Now she pointed to the baby's eyes, which were closed, and then to his silent breathing. This time, children responded there was perfect stillness in the class. At this stage, Dr. Montessori walked away with the baby and stood behind the children. She noticed that at this time the children did not move even an inch and neither to look anywhere after Dr. Montessori had gone. After a while, she started calling each child by his name very softly. Till every child came and stood near her. With this experiment, she discovered some more truth and facts about the children. That silence is not forced on children but brought about spontaneously by the children themselves with an inner feeling which can be later on developed for respecting silence by calling each child's name with equally till gave them feeling of being wanted, which is very important to mark out their presence and importance in the phenomena of silence. Thrilled Dr. Montessori so much that she made silence game a part of her work in the exercises. She found this lesson fulfills the deep-rooted. To carry out this exercise, she has drawn certain rules. Number 1. Do not carry this lesson when children first enter into the class, but could be tried after they have reached certain normalization. For example, when they have learned to control every singular muscular movement, including flicking of eyes. The child should be capable of enjoying this exercise. Child's consent must be taken. If the child does not wish to perform it, then he should be isolated from the group. Number 3. Start the game with few children from 5 to 10. Later on, others may be attracted to join in since it is an action of the will. Therefore, it may be voluntary. Number 4. Children must be seated comfortably either on the chairs or mats. Number 5. Silence must remain for few minutes, for example 2 to 3 minutes, before the names are called out. Number 6. Each and every child must be called out softly without leaving any one of them. If the child has not heard his name in first attempt, then his name should be repeated after some time again. With this exercise, you can also detect physical defects, for example, weak hearing, deafness, etc. The teacher must stand behind the children so that the children can their name being whispered. This exercise has its own purpose. Silence is a brief inner expression of the child, which is the result of indirect preparation. You cannot see its effect immediately, but it's deep down and hence it must be respected. If the class is noisy or restless, then the teacher should not take advantage and misuse this exercise as a mean for keeping them quiet. Children, after experiencing the silence game, become calmer and gentler. This shows the appreciation and respect of silence. You can hear the brightness and finest sounds. For example, a bird chirping and a crow crowing at a distance. He can also hear strange sounds and wants to know the resources and the direction from where they are coming. Silence is an important instrument in making the child conscious of discipline. When the spirit is ready to undergo any experience, then there is no imposition, but only joy. It is a very gradual process. It comes slowly, but it evokes eventually. The spirit of mind and body has to be in harmony to achieve this accomplishment. Beauty, stillness, darkness, and silence gives a certainty to the child. Later, when the child comes into touch with religious or any spiritual aspects, his subconscious mind will throw back experience to the conscious mind. Point of interest: silence, concentrating on the sound and voice. Direct aim, teaching self-control using decisions of will. Indirect aim, hearing defect is detected, learning to appreciate silence and become gentler and considerate. Attention is drawn to every muscle of the body. Exercising self-control, alertness towards sound is aroused. Age, to be given only that normalized child 3 years onwards. Theory topics in Montessori course are here. If you like, then subscribe and comments in comment box.